Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is,
Issue number one, you may recall Dr. MacArthur from the Strange Fire Conference. I encouraged you to host next the Strange Water Conference, right? I trust you're still trying to work out the dates with R.C. Sproul to get that figured out. But in the meantime, see if he sends a video to that one. All right, issue number two. We have some folks here from Arizona. It was a big week in Arizona. Wow. Wow. It's like a Jesus culture concert all of a sudden. People. All right.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I want to set up this question for you. I prepare my sermon notes on a computer, and then I actually mark them up with a Flair pen. And all of that's an abomination to you. I heard you recently say that you think that that is not the best way to go. And so I wanted to ask you to give us your thoughts on that, on sermon preparation and your use of pen and ink and all of that.
I really feel that writing with a pen, especially a fountain pen, slows me down because sometimes I have to change the ink. And that slows me down again.
It's almost a sacramental act to change the ink, isn't it?
Let me tell you something. Well, the answer to that is no.
We have a church here that's not just young people, it's diverse. It's people from all different walks of life.
Well, it's a church.
Right.
It's a church. It's multi-generational, multiracial. It's a church. We didn't build it.
Right.
The Lord builds his church.
And we're not watching you from 200 satellite locations.
Oh, no, that's really disgusting. I think great preachers write their sermons.
That was
And I would think that you guys do, just because I know.
Actually, the way you said it last time was you didn't know of a single great preacher who didn't do it that way,
Yeah.
which pierced me to the heart. But
I actually don't know of any preacher who uses a Flair pen.
Is smoking pot a sin? Yes or no?
on that one, I'll give you a yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Dr. Moeller. And I'll let you tell us why, because what I'd like you to do is give me a yes or no, and then I want you to give me your theological case for that.
At the same time?
No.
Yes.
It's a sin.
It's a sin.
Mark?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Steve?
Yes.
Dr. MacArthur?
Yes, absolutely.
Build a theological case, because I'm not aware of a Bible verse that says you should not smoke a big fat doobie.
But let me answer that question another way. Why are there more people here? Why are these people here? Why are they here? They're here not because...
I don't answer any questions tonight. I determined that really early on.
Yeah. Well, I'll answer it for you.
Probably the best expert of all is Al Mohler. Give us your thoughts about the use of a pen and preparation of your sermons.
I think it's just under the level of creedal orthodoxy. But it is under.
Dude, John's handwriting is, and I'm not joking, it's John would confess this, I think, that his handwriting is not particularly readable.
You know, that may be bad, but I'll tell you the worst. Steve Lawson's wife writes "calm down" inside his sermon notes.
Is that true? Is that true?
No, but she sits on the front row and gives me what's known as the look, which means settle down.
Is that whatever God gives us is good. You know, we don't condemn any good thing. But God didn't give us a marijuana plant and say, roll this up and smoke it. In other words, God's purpose to give us something for its intended end is good. it's just hard to it's hard to justify that. Colorado's new tourism motto, by the way, is "Come to Colorado, you'll forget to leave."
Oh, that's my wife.
Take that. You got to take that.
Hello? I'm being interviewed right now by Todd Friel. You're live, so don't say anything that would embarrass you.
6.5 hours later.
Yes. Evan? He's not here. I don't know where he is. I didn't lose him. This is the first time I
Your
lost
son.
him. Yeah, I'll find him. It's Atlanta. It's not that big. All right. Bye-bye.
So now we all get to go home
I'm
and
dead
say,
now.
Oh,
I'm dead now.
What do you do to get ready for a sermon?
Well, what would happen if that came on Monday?
We'd be in trouble.
That would be a problem. No, I'm not.
You can listen to a lot of unprepared preachers all over the world and lots of churches. You are not one of those men.
Oh yeah, I heard
You
a guy
have
being
stuff in your Bible every week.
Yeah, I heard a
seen
guy
lots of
saying,
pages.
somebody said, "How do you get your sermons up?" He said, "I don't get them up. I get them down." Really, spare me. People have said, do you practice your sermon before a mirror?
There have been times when I've encountered in John's notes stuff I just couldn't make out. I can usually figure out what he writes, and I took it to him and showed him that and said, "What does this say?" And he looked at it and he said, "I don't know." I've actually used the map system you talk about with the arrows. Sometimes when I do a late edit to my notes, I'll draw an arrow here and write something down here. And that never fails to confuse me when I get in the pulpit. So,
The other thing I do is that I write only on one side of the paper, which is the right side of the notebook. And then I can, at points, insert something on the back of the previous page as you have a thought. And so, again, couldn't do that with a computer, but you can do that with a pen.
yeah, with the computer, you'd have to go back and edit the original file, but that's pretty easy to do, actually.
Then let me ask this question. We were all assuming we're talking about recreational use, medicinal use of marijuana. Am I opposed to that as a Christian?
I want to suggest you shouldn't be opposed to medical marijuana any more than you should be opposed to medical penicillin. Medical penicillin isn't available at Santa Monica Beach and a pier from a guy with a beard and a tie-dye t-shirt.
How old is your baby?
10 months. Just call me Abraham.
Ooh.
No, I
You know
can't.
what? Don't tell your wife that, because that makes her Sarah.
No, actually, she's only like 28.
Your
Yeah,
wife.
I'm kidding. No, I came back from preaching. Every 2 months, I go and preach to the Chinese, and usually about 14 sermons in 3 days. So I came back, I was really tired, and I was laying on the bed, and she came in, I said, "I feel like I'm gonna die, I'm so tired." And she said, "Old man, you better live forever." I thought, that was strange. And she threw that little stick on me. And I said, "You have got to be kidding me."
Oh, that's how it happened.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then she lied to me. So a few months later, when she went to get the ultrasound, see if it's a boy or girl, she came in and she said, you just need to sit down." And I thought, "Is the baby okay?" She goes, "Perfect health, don't worry." And I said, "What?" He goes, "You know how your father was a twin?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "It's triplets, Paul, it's triplets." And I leaned against the wall and I started praying. I said, "Lord, you know you're in control of all this." And she just busts out laughing.
So it's probably time for you to lead us in the Lord's Supper.
Really?
And,
That went fast.
I know. I have only 400 more questions. So
Would you like to do this next Sunday night? We'll do some more.
if they're willing to come back, it'd be an honor. Yeah.
Okay.